Hi everyone, very good evening. Welcome to the platform of Knowledge for IAS. This is Ajay Shah. So in this class, in this video session, I'm going to tell you about structure and pattern of UPSC examination. So the people who are fresher can get an idea about the examination pattern. So let us start. So basically in UPSC, there are three stages and any person who wish to become an IAS officer has to clear these three hurdles. And the first stage is prelims examination, which is objective in nature. Second hurdle is mains examination, that is written in nature. And the third stage is interview stage, that is verbal in nature. Say for example, if 3 to 4 lakhs people appear in prelims examination, then UPSC will select approximately 10 to 15,000 people for the mains stage, and out of mains stage UPSC will select approximately 2500 to 3000 people for the interview stage, and the merit list will be prepared on the basis of marks of both mains examination and this interview stage. And that is why if you see the notification of UPSC, then UPSC calls it two-staged examination, that is a stage 1 prelims, and stage 2 will be in stage 2 UPSC will club both the mains examination and the interview stage. Now let us see the nitty-gritty of prelims examination and the mains examination. So in the first stage, that is prelims examination, you will have two papers, that is paper 1 general studies and paper 2, that is civil services aptitude test. Now in paper 1 there will be 100 questions of 200 marks, and in paper 2 there will be 80 questions of 200 marks. In other words, in paper 1 each question will carry 2 marks, and in paper 2 each question will carry 2.5 marks, and there will also negative marking of 1/3. Now there is a difference between paper 1 and paper 2 in this stage, because paper 2, that is CSAT, is only qualifying in nature. Now what is the meaning of qualifying? It means that you need to score at least 33% marks, that is 66 marks out of 200, to clear the prelims examination. But you will clear the prelims examination only on the basis of paper 1, that is general studies. So general studies is the only paper that can take you through prelims examination. Now, as far as medium is concerned, both CSET and General Studies paper are there in Hindi and English medium, and all both the papers are there for 2 hours. Now, after qualifying prelims examination, you come to the world of mains examination. Now, mains examination is a very comprehensive examination, and let us see what are the subjects in mains examination. So, like in prelims examination, we have CSET, that is of qualifying in nature. Similarly, in mains examination, we have two papers. We call it language paper, which are there of qualifying in nature. The first paper is there of Indian language, so the people will appear here in Hindi language or Marathi language or whatever their mother tongue is. And again there will be a paper that is called English paper. But both of these papers, that is of 300 marks each, are only qualifying in nature, and people have to just get 25% marks, that is 75% marks. In other words, to qualify mains examination you need to crack this language paper, and you have to get at least 75 marks out of 300 in both of these papers, and the marks of papers in English and Hindi, that will not be counted while preparing for merit list, and that is why these papers are called qualifying papers. Now come to other papers of mains. So the papers which are actually counted for merit. So the first paper is of essay paper with 250 marks. Then second paper is of general studies, that is Indian heritage, culture, history, geography of the world and society, again 250 marks. So in paper 3 we have general studies, again that is governance, constitution, polity, social justice and IR, of 250 marks. Paper 4 and general studies 3, that is technology, economic development, biodiversity, environment, security and disaster management, again of 250 marks. Then paper 5, that is GS paper 4, is ethics, integrity and aptitude, again 250 marks. Now come to next papers. So we have two papers, and these papers are called optional paper. Optional paper in the sense that every aspirant has to choose one paper as his optional paper, and there are 26 plus options given in the UPSC notification. For example, you can go for political science, or philosophy or mathematics, whatever options that you want to have, that will be called optional paper. In optional paper there will be two papers, and again both the papers will be of 250 marks and 250 marks. So I'm just making the crux. There is one paper of essay, and there are four papers of GS, and at last there are two papers of optional, and each paper carry how much marks? 250 marks. So this is the marking system in crux. Essay 250 marks, four paper of GS, again each paper of 250 marks, and two optional paper each 250 marks. So written, if we add all this marking system, then written paper is there for 1750 marks. And the third stage, the interview stage, it has 275 marks. So total we have 2025 marks, and whatever merit, whatever marks that you will get in this 2025 marks, that will be counted to prepare the final ranking system, final merit system. So I hope things are very clear up to now. Now, as far as subjects are concerned, what are the subjects in UPSC? You can watch my next video in which I am going to discuss the subjects which are actually there for UP in UPSC examination. So thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you.